Welcome back to hashtag Mom Life with Bessie. Let's see what today's topic is. Hey my viewers, welcome back to hashtag Mom Life with Bessie. So yes, this is a hair week. I took the hair out, got the turban, scarf going on right now. Hashtag Mom Life. That's all I gotta say. But I will be doing my cute look soon. I got a couple things coming in the mail. Try to hook myself up a little bit. But anyway, this video that we're going to do today is on pretty much how to get the siblings in a home or the only child in a home to adjust to a new baby, a new child being in the home. So in particular, I'm going to speak about the adjustment for my middle child, my only boy. I mean, at the time, of course, I had one girl at the time, but she's not like, she's like maternal. She's not really worried about another baby coming in the home. Now, granted, she did say she wanted to be the only girl, and she's the only girl right now. Hopefully, we ain't having no more children. I'm trying to stick to 3 and free. But, so she didn't get jealous when, her brother was born. She was kind of like, can I help? That's kind of how she took the things. But when my son realized he was about to be like not the only boy in the home, not the only baby no more, because he was the baby for I believe 6 years. I think I didn't have my third child until my son was going on 6. He was 5 going on 6. They born in the same month. So he was literally like about to turn 6 in like 2-3 weeks. So he was like the baby for 6 years. Now my daughter, she was the baby for like 3.5 years before I had my son. But still, she jumped into like, mommy, I want to help. I want to help with the baby. Versus I'm jealous. She was used to playing by herself. She was the only child, so she still played by herself. She understood that he couldn't play with her because he was too small. And then when he started getting bigger, she started becoming more and more excited because he was able to do things with her. This time around with my third child, my son wasn't having it. So you're going to take a look at some of these photos. I'm going to discuss throughout, like I typically do, these photos, what was going on. How did I deal with it? How did I cope with it? Was it easy? Was it not easy? And, I'll discuss where we are today, 2 years later. So take a look. As you guys can see, I was very pregnant. And I kind of felt like my fiance at the time and I prepared our 2 children very well for the expectation of their baby brother. My daughter was very excited, but I could see that as time got closer, my oldest son, he was not as excited. As you can kind of see the lack of smile on his face during our baby shower. He was and still is very much so a mama's boy. Our connection, our bond, stronger than ever. He was used to being a baby, getting any and everything that he wants. But I have to say, that has not changed at all much for him nor for my daughter. He was used to that one-on-one time with his father. He had this one-on-one with daddy and mommy for 6 years. It was pretty much evened out. It was, baby boy with daddy and only girl with mommy. One child for each parent. But it's like, okay, now this is uneven. How is this supposed to work out? So then baby boy Johnny was born. This is where things took a turn. Johnny became pretty much the center of attention, especially because he had, some medical issues in the beginning that needed to, have a lot of attention too. When Johnny came home, I paid him a lot of attention. But as most moms do with their babies, you try to separate the time, but ultimately the baby's going to get majority of the attention. Being home on maternity leave, of course I had to spend all day with the baby. But I don't think that my oldest son, really wanted me to have so much time alone with the baby. My daughter loved and welcomed him the same way she loved and welcomed my oldest boy. I mean, she was so excited to play mommy to our baby boy. My oldest boy was excited to have a baby brother too, and he knew his role as an older brother. He wasn't upset with his baby brother, but he started becoming more distant and mean towards me, his mom. Not even towards his dad, but towards me. I spoke to his dad. He tried to keep him busy by still doing one-on-one and father-son things with him, like building the baby's chair and swing. But once again, I realized the problem wasn't with his dad. It started becoming with me. He would continue to spend more time with his dad and love on his dad and hug on his dad and his sister and his baby brother. But when I asked for a hug and a kiss, he would tell me no. When I wanted to spend time with him, he would tell me no. He was just being really mean towards me, to the fact that I actually started crying. I didn't cry in front of him. I cried behind closed doors because my emotions were really all over the place being a new mom and just having a newborn. So I reached out to a friend for some help. My friend told me that if I'm the common denominator as to why my oldest son do not want to spend time with me and rather be around his other siblings and his other parent, then maybe he's just jealous because it was just him and I. The jealousy is not between him and his father. It's between him and I as his mom. On one hand, I was happy to see that he wasn't treating the baby mean and doing rude things towards the baby. But on the other hand, I was still trying to conflicted as to what can I do to make him love me or like me or want me like we used to be. So my friend suggested spend time alone with just him, not with the baby around, just him, a few minutes every day, and see how that turns out. I started off by doing little simple things like this right here. I wrote on the plate mommy's first or number one baby boy, Jalen, because he was the first baby boy. And I told him to hang that up on there, and I explained it to him. And I did this when the baby took a nap and I could just have my alone time in the room with him. After that, I started doing filters with him, little fun filters, and I told him that every day we would take time out, just mommy and Jalen, alone, away from our daughter and away from the baby boy, to just have mommy and Jalen time. As the days went on, I started feeling a difference. He started acting more open towards me. Our filters became more wild and exciting, and this was becoming more fun. I was happy. I called my friend and I said, it's working. He's really starting to take to me again. And this went on and on and on for days until I finally started getting my oldest boy back in love and like with his mommy. And then once I was able to start pumping and saving my milk, I was able to go out longer periods of time to spend time with just my oldest boy alone. Of course, I did it with my oldest daughter as well, but she already kind of understood what it was like to have a newborn in the house. But for my baby boy, or my oldest boy, it took a lot more work to do, but he came around. So the moral of my story is that spending that quality time with your children prior to the newborn and once the newborn is there, that quality time means a lot to them, that one-on-one time. So you have to take it, because the newborn will soak up so much of your time that the other children start feeling left out. Yes, it's hard to spread yourself thin, but it's worth it to have the smiles on your children's face. It's not easy being a mom or a dad, but for me, especially a mom. So there's my story. Please share your story. Thank you for watching #MomLifeWithBessie. Our next video will be uploaded in approximately 2 days from now, and we're going to touch on breastfeeding. That's going to be very interesting. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.